What's going on, everybody? Welcome, everybody. Snoozerton, Frank, Shinber, 188-1307, and Jimmy. Good to see you. Good to have you back. Everyone's doing all right tonight. Big news of the night. I have no mail. There's no packages to open. Hope everyone's doing good. This actually might be a quick build because a lot of the work is done, but there is some weirdness. So hope everyone's doing well. Okay, I guess let's just get right into it. We did something a little bit interesting here. Well, let's just see it. We're going macro. We're going macro tonight. And funny thing that I've done here, just to make the depth of field not so shallow. We bumped the ISO way up, and the aperture is super narrow. Okay, which I realize is also silly because I haven't even opened this yet, but that's fine. Because the reason I'm doing this tonight is because we're just gonna do some assembly, some reassembly. So these are gonna be these are Black Alps. Dang, this is actually super grainy. Let's see. That's like marginally better. Okay. So here's what we got. We got a bunch of Black Alps parts. We had this in a plastic tray case from before, and we desoldered it because we had previously like partially Franken-switched these Black Alps to use pine housing, which I then needed to draw out from that board so that I can exchange those busted orange Alps. And now those busted orange Alps, I'm still gonna keep those pine housings there, so we're gonna go back to bamboo. But while we go to bamboo, we're gonna prevent ourselves from using these old tactile leaves. So we'll skip on that. So all we have to do is just assemble enough of these switches back to put into that plate PCB assembly where we already have stabilizers done. Yeah, so we'll just go and do that. So it's just bottom housing, spring, stem, and then top. Or I guess in the reverse order. So let's just see how we can do that. This should be it. Yep, these are the bamboo housings. I feel like I should be using trays, but I also feel like it kind of doesn't matter. Alright. So, the part that I'm always curious about is which way the stem should go. Yeah, the grain is heavy, so maybe we'll not do that. Just trying to be too cute here. Especially because we're going like Black Alps, so I want you guys to see some of this. Okay. So take a look. This is a Alps stem. We sometimes, I feel like we often don't do Alps, I think, on Twitch. So here's where we are. Not often enough, in my opinion. So there's a sprue on one side. And then on the other side, there's no sprue. And the thing is, I think I could point the sprue on the opposite side of the contact leaves. Just all things considered, we kind of don't need... Like, it shouldn't matter with the tactile leaf side because we're just not even going to put it there. So let's try this out. Just like that. I might need like a tiny tray here. Just the springs are so small. And you guys can't even see the tray anyway, so. Here are some of our old tactility leaves as well. Since these are bamboo, I personally feel like they don't feel as good, but they will suffice. Alright. So that's just about it. I might not have gotten it so much focused in here, but we'll do some more. There. I think the fifth part I was missing in my list of instructions here was the switch plate where the contacts get made. So we just need to assemble about 60 of these. I think I have more than enough. Problem is when sometimes try to get these legs through, it doesn't really work out. I think one way I've seen it done is put the switch legs through the bottom housings first and just kind of have things slide in. So we'll try that as an alternative. And there we go. I think then in this case, we could be better off trying to put through some of these in the same process. And just kind of assembly line ourselves. So I'll put the switch plates through and I'll try to count off like 60-ish. We're going completely unlubed on all of these. I personally I don't mind. This is gonna be interesting then. We'll kind of have a big mix now in terms of linear Alps switches. We have the this I've shown before, but Never really did a build in it. I have a an old drop, like mass drop, infinity 60%. That's not really quite an HHKB. That has pre-tooled Matias linear switches. On the other end of the spectrum, we have that Hammer 60, that tray that we did during the build-a-thon, that has SKCL Green Alps in pine housings. I feel like this is not a good switch plate. So at this point, we're meeting more towards that direction. Still kind of out of focus, ain't it? Oh, that ain't a good switch plate. I'm back. Are we just working on switches today? No. We're assembling some of these switches. We're assembling enough for a 60 because we're going to be working on the blade. So we're good. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, but you know, it's me, so usually it does. But let's face it, we have no mail today. We don't even need to do stabilizers. So I think that this process is going to supplant the amount of time I take on those. So what I'm doing right now is, I didn't usually used to do this, but I'm doing this now because I feel like there is a little bit of a struggle here. What I'm doing right now is I'm putting the switch plates through the bottom housings. Usually I put it through the top, but we're doing it through the bottom today just because I feel like the first couple I've done, and many of these there's some difficulty in pushing these through. So if I focus on this first, rather than putting it through the top housing and trying to deal with connecting everything together later, I think this might be a little bit easier. How good are keyboards? Welcome back. Good to see you again. I keep blowing it here. I feel like putting it in this way also has its own issues. I can still try this. Like what ends up happening sometimes here is that if I kind of align it funny, I could push off the top contact off of the switch plate just through the back of the bottom housing. So that can be a little tough. think I'll I'll put together probably about 62 of these, just because I already made 2, and just round it out in case we have any issues that come up, any rogue switches. Looks like I've got almost halfway through assembling these bottom housings together. Hey Frank, are you still around? Just wondering. Hey. So, I messaged you over your break. I hope your vacation went well. But I've been looking for that 70 to 200 lens for a little bit. Then I saw that crazy listing. And I was really thinking of doing it. I was really thinking of pulling the trigger, but you scared me into not doing it. And I understood. I understood the fear. But I'm still wondering what could have been. Because it was crazy because it just looked like it was like half off for something that said new. You don't buy shit from eBay like that? I've bought film cameras off eBay, but not over a listing that looked quite like that. Where there was like, the guy had like good feedback, but like, and he had like not a low amount of sales, but he had like no photos of the item, and it was literally like half off new. And so I was like, I was really considering it because I just figured that the buyer protection would be good, and the guy also had a return policy. I've had a situation before, this was a long time ago, almost completely unrelated, but I ended up buying it was a pre-built keyboard. This might have been like around 2014 or so. I brought a pre-built keyboard that like, I don't know, it looked way cheaper than it was like MSRP. So I bought it off a guy off eBay, and then he just never shipped it, and then like the guy just like refunded me. And then there was like no explanation, he didn't say anything. So it was just like a weird, I was disappointed for sure. I guess what issues do you have, Frank, with gray market? I think that like, when I looked at it, I was like, 1,000 off. Like the next day, like a couple hours later, I woke up that morning and he had 2 of these lenses and they were sold out. And it was like 1,000 off each. And a little while later, I was thinking like, man, I think even if it were gray market, like I think it's worth it for 1,000. But then like the only thing past that to worry about then is that the guy is like shady or sketchy in some other way. Like he'll ship something that wasn't brand new. And that's kind of what freaked me out, is that like it looked like too good a deal and he had no photos. Like that part is what worried me a little bit, but I still feel like I could have gotten money back if there was like something real fishy about that. Like, I think the eBay buyer protection's like really powerful. Okay, I need like 5 more. No recent transaction history. He had like this guy had like 338 like feedback, and only like 1 out of the last, I don't know, year of selling. I don't know how many items it was, but one of the last year of selling, which could have been like tens, maybe hundreds of items. Only one of them was camera gear. The rest was like things completely not camera. It's just something I want to deal with. I got better thing to do other than that's fair. That's fair. But anyways, now I'm still on the hunt now for, like, that's where I've landed. Is I'm still on the hunt for this. I'm looking at the, they didn't call it the VR3, but the FL, the one that's like super new and crazy expensive. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, I think what really interests me is, yeah, so I was thinking about, I could always go for an older version, 100% reasonable, because like these older, like especially the VR1 is like a fraction. It's probably like, I was seeing listings for the VR1 for like, I don't know, 600 or so. But like I'm gonna be totally honest and saying, like, I am very intrigued by like trying to get and use new, like very like new or like newer-ish lenses on like my F6 body. Like, I'm just like really interested in like the potential to do that. And like if I could score a great deal, great, but I know that like because I'm not going for because I'm not going for some of these I mean, I'm going for something pretty high, so it's pricey. It's pricey for sure. But Peter Poppins, welcome. Peter Poppins, thanks for the good looking on the stabilizers. I gotta keep an eye out on that, but otherwise. Frank, I apologize also again for bothering you on your vacation. I hope it went well. I saw that you were like, you did a meetup with the folks out there. That's pretty sick. Met up with a few Korean keyboard streamers and keyboard folks. Right on. Right on. Okay, I'll try to align myself right here so you guys can see my assembly under the macro lens. Bought a new camera. Oh, did you get the Z? What was it again? Did you get that crazy one? Oh, I almost forgot the spring. Z9, you got the Z9? Shit, that's crazy. Was there a Black? I'm guessing it's so new there wasn't a Black Friday deal. That's my guess. My guess. That's pretty cool though, man. That sounds so good. You got the pre-sale because you're part of the crew. The exclusive crew. Okay, just pointing this out here. So where you see there's like this double notch right here. I'm trying to point this guy, this sprue, towards that direction, because the double notch is where the tactile leaf usually goes, and we're not putting them in there. So we gotta do that. So I do this, I'm gonna take this, and What ends up going on the other side then here is, like in this slot, is the switch plate. Right there. The ones without the notches. NPS member, yeah. Right on. That's great, man. Ah, that's exciting. Cause you can like, it's crazy. It's like you just never go wrong with like buying new camera gear. It's like it's never a bad idea. It was about time. It's interesting. Lately, okay, when I started, how do I put this? My D750 is falling apart. Literally, I've had it before. Oh. 6 years? That's crazy. Yeah, I've had mine for maybe about 2... No. Yes. Yeah, maybe like a year and a half, I think. But I got it used. I've been like debating like I still want to be on Nikon. I think that Nikon is like really I don't know how to put it. Like I feel like the idea of Nikon for me is like just so noble of I think that the image quality that you can get off of Nikon, like the whole, the body of her, like, how do I put this, the whole collection of lenses that Nikon offers is crazy. And I loved how they basically, how do I put this, they were able to produce like the whole collectively what I can get out of Nikon, like the fact that they I think produced just such an incredible film SLR, and you can use like the same mount of modern and even old if you wanted to do manual focus, but like brand new lenses you could use on the F mount DSLRs along with film SLRs, I think is just like so incredible. And for the fact that like I shoot stills is, I mean, it's what I want. Like it's like the whole package. The problem past that was you had the F mount for many yeah. I still do appreciate it, especially considering that I'm still shooting on their film system. One, like, here's one caveat was I thought here that like, hey, like I think that I can get away with also using the same system for streaming. And so here I am now, like doing this. And I think that, I'm not sure what you guys think, but I think that for the fact that I can do like macro like this is really cool. But I think collectively, just for video, Nikon's support for it is really poor. Like how they've treated video, I think on the F system, I think is really not strong. Susan, you're the only person I've ever seen using Alps. I've never heard of them before. I'm glad I could introduce it. I know that people have done Alps, but it's just really infrequent on Twitch. So, yeah, one of the main things I look at is like the ability for the use of autofocus for video is just, I feel like it's not there. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but what I'm doing, or what I have seen, is that like I can't get the same autofocus options from everyone else who's going mirrorless for stream. Yeah. Nikon and Video haven't been the best friends, but the new mirror slanted cameras and lenses fix that for sure. Yeah, so it's like, I think one way or another, like in order to be able to get and produce the same types of results that you guys are seeing on different people's like face and overhead cameras on Twitch streams or live streams here, like I have to go mirrorless in some direction, whether that be, you know, like doing some kind of crazy like Nikon Z upgrade for it, or if that means I like just try to get myself onto a whole nother different system, which is like a little bit unfortunate. It's a little bit unfortunate because like I love what like the glass can give me, but the holistic package for Nikon is great, except for like F-mount SLRs are great, except for really just this video portion, or this video aspect. AF and DSLR is completely different than a mirrorless. That's where I am. I ended up doing the whole Sony a6000 instead of for my stream. Lucky for me, I got them very cheap. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it seems like how do I put it? For stream, like I feel like you can go in like all kinds of directions there. Like I've seen like these kind of budget mirrorless options with Sony just seems really good. Like I feel like it's hard to beat that. But then like I've also seen like some folks using, or like going on to Fuji, some folks going on to Canon as well, and like it's all good. All of it is good. Newton, where did the MX 65 come from? Didn't see it on group buy. I'm not too knowledgeable about it, but I'm pretty sure like the situation is like it was kind of made in sort of like a private manner, private-ish. You just have to look around on Geek Hack boards like that. I think it's sometimes it just boils down to like you got to know the right people. Private group buy and there was a challenge. What does that mean? Is that like there, like if you know and or like how about this? If you're a person who knows how to build or like how to design keyboards and you're really good at it, I mean, like given that you have situations like private buys, it's like you kind of just kind of got to know them. Like you got to be friends. You gotta make friends, and so like there's a whole class of like boards that I'll never get just because like I might not be in the same circles as certain people. So, but yeah, there was also a challenge as well. I was noticing that too, where I guess a couple of units went off to people who were willing to participate in it. Like it was essentially just like a big like timed eating challenge. I personally, how do I put it? The eating challenge looked interesting. Like I think that I feel like I could have in some way held my own. But the thing was, I don't eat meat, and I know that I think there was options to actually do a meatless version of the challenge, is what I'd heard. But outside of that, it's just like I mean, the real truth is like I'm not interested in 65s. So yeah, MX 65 uses like, yeah. So I'm surprised. Like, I'm personally surprised, honestly, that there were... I'll be honest here. I'm surprised that there was more than one unit ever made. I'm surprised even one unit got made. To be perfectly honest, I'll say that. So, like, for the fact that there were multiple units made is also... That terrifies me. But yeah, like, the bigger that this would have gotten, it would have been shut down probably pretty quick. Like, I mean, there's definitely been, like, copyright controversies within any hobby, not limited to, but including the hobby of keyboards, so... Oops, almost put that the wrong way. Sprue in the wrong section. Ah! I just realized I forgot to post to Instagram today. I want to get back. I used to be in a pattern of posting like nearly every day. But I fell out of a good habit like pretty much when the pandemic started. And now recently, and it's just my periodic plug of it, I have started 2 new Instagram accounts, one for keyboard content and one for concert photography. And I'm still retaining my existing personal one, and I was thinking of like doing some kind of like rotation where like every day I post something but like one from each, but I'm pretty certain that I have way fewer keyboard photos than concert photos and way fewer concert photos than personal photos. So I think I gotta just get my posting pattern right. But with that said, I forgot to post today. I was planning on posting like a personal photo. There's nothing stopping me from still going and doing that now or later. But I meant to earlier today and it left my mind. These feel nice. So there's no tactile leaf in here, and I'm playing around with it, and it's like I did not lube these, and I'm trying to recall, did I even... I'm not sure if I even ultrasonically cleaned these. I may have, or I may not have. I really just don't remember. But I'm feeling them. They feel smooth. I'm very curious now. I don't know if I was supposed to put the sprue on the contact side. I'm like, oops. Because I'm kind of thinking, does the sprue need to make contact with the leaf? Do you guys have any clue? I feel like I should look this up. Also, if anyone has any possible idea Okay, this is completely separate, but just let me know, guys. I think this might be a machine thing. Like, it might be my computer, but my R key hasn't been registering. And it's like, I've switched keyboards, I've switched cables. But like, I would say like 1 out of every like 10 times. But also, let me also throw this out there. It's like also when I haven't typed in a while and I come back to it, the first time I hit the letter R, it doesn't register. And then it'll register again. And I'm not 100% sure why. Let me know if you guys have any ideas. I may have a vague idea that it might be synergy. I don't know. I'm starting to guess now, but I'm not sure. Anyways. I'm just Googling sprue on Alps switches. See what I come up with here. I'm like wondering if all these ones I did backwards. I have this on mute, which I realize is not particularly helpful. Ah, shit. So Kairos-san puts it in the other way.
Case, housings, slider, leaf and actuator, so all the parts thoroughly. Now I just need to reassemble the switch. To do this, first stick the slider in the top housing. Most housings have 2 pips on one side, which is the side that the tactile leaf goes into, and a flatter side, which is where the switch plate goes. The slider usually has a notch on one side. This side always faces the switch plate. So in this case,
I've done it wrong, guys. Alright. It's fine. It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. We can do this. I don't think I've even done half of them, so... Always faces it. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, this will be a little bit of work. Always faces it. Wow. Alright, I need like a new done tray. Redo. I'm gonna use the clear one. Okay, so I guess we just gotta start over. So this is like an Alps switch opening tool. This is the old one that I've had for a really long time. It's clear, so it's harder to find because it's clear. I got a red one recently. Anyways, So I just have to flip all of these stems, which kind of nullifies like about half of the work here. A little under half. But it's fine. I guess this is our daily time waster, Streamly. Our Streamly time waster. And so I'm gonna flip all of my existing ones around. Because I don't want to mix up, like, I don't want to, you know, come back to these later and then mix up which ones I've already done. Alright, so funny, funny story here. You guys may have sort of seen here. I was doing a little bit of sleuthing. Okay. Let me first pause on that comment. I'm not a big fan of like the word research anymore, just because I feel like it's become trendy to use for when people are just Googling stuff. So I think sleuthing is a better term, because it's significantly less serious. Anyways, I was doing some sleuthing. Spotify does this thing every year, like it's every early December, where they allow users to find out what they were listening to all year. And it's December 1st today, so no different. They've done it again. And I was like looking through here. First of all, the main sleuthing I'm referring to is the fact that, like, apparently this only accounts for January 1st to October 31st. So I guess what they're trying to do is, like, hey, like, there has to be some kind of cutoff point, and they probably don't want a lot of people's stuff to be flooded with, which is obviously the holiday season style music. Oh yeah, where do you find that list or whatever? You have to open up Spotify on your phone. So you gotta get the Spotify app on your phone, and then it'll kind of instruct you on where to do and where to go and what to do for that. Okay, so the separate funny part of this story is, and I've made this no big secret here, but I use Spotify for my stream music. And so, like, all of my stats are kind of inundated with, like, stream music, which is kind of a little bit annoying and a little bit disturbing. I don't see anything. I don't know what to say. It should be right there. I open it up and, like, it's like it's on the main Spotify page when I look at it. Some of these springs are really short. So yeah, most of my stuff is stream music, and so I feel like I play stream music because I want to be, like, you know, copyright safe, right? And that extends for many things. I mean, like, obviously there's some streamers who will obviously just have issues, but that's probably because they're bigger and get caught, and it just could be a big problematic thing for certain content creators larger than me. And that's for sure. But I also do it because I want to be able to put my VODs onto YouTube without any future worry of takedowns, which is like, it extends further than what Twitch could, I think. If it were up to me, I'd just be playing all the music I like, which is largely not stream music. Part of me has even like considered the possibility of like, I should have my streams be silent. I don't know what you guys think. That way it's like you guys can choose your own music. But I've heard that some people weren't a fan from that because fans of that because they'd rather come to the streamer and have the ambiance set by them. But mine is basically artificial ambiance. Like what I was thinking is making my stream silent so you guys can choose, but then that way I can also choose myself. Because I could just like play it just for me, like in my monitors, but I don't know. Not really certain. I was also briefly looking into doing something like Epidemic Sound, but what really disturbed me about that was there's a few things that disturb me about Epidemic Sound, and I've had this discussion before, but the most recent thing that disturbed me about it was if I ever stop like my subscription with Epidemic Sound and I have all these YouTube videos, then at like there's a point which they'll put all the copyright claims on the videos as soon as my subscription stops. So realistically, what would literally have to happen is I need to be monetizing videos to where I'll at least break even with the cost of a subscription. And there's no telling, like, will subscription costs be fixed? I'm doubting that like subscription fees will always be the same. So it's like I need to grow with the subscription costs basically. And that kind of disturbed me, I think, more so than anything. And past that, what also bothered me, there's still a few more things. One was that you needed multiple subscriptions for multiple YouTube channels. Like you can have one subscription for many different platforms, but not more than one account or one channel per platform. And then past that, there's like kind of the ethics behind Epidemic Sound, which was like an interesting thing that I read about several months ago. I think I'm curious too though, because I feel like one thing I do is like I have all my sounds running through a mixer, and I'm wondering if there's some way that I could potentially have something for like a separate track for music within OBS and then like record VODs, which is significantly less convenient, but like record VODs with no music and then post that up to YouTube. But it's just feels very inconvenient, because that's just like a lot of storage. And like what I'm doing right now is like I press a button to export my VODs from Twitch directly to YouTube. Like your video producer from Twitch allows you to do that, but there's no reasonable way to like be able to stream with music unless I use like Twitch soundtrack, which I guess is a little bit different. But sorry. I can't like play whatever music I want, have it stream to Twitch, and then just like at the click of a button like export a music list version to YouTube. That's what kind of sucks. Oh, for sure, yeah. I do kind of I guess I'll tease it a little. I am planning on getting a little more gear, just a tiny bit more gear, because I did want to start a YouTube channel that isn't just VOD dumps. So stay tuned. How do I put it? I don't 100% know what content I'd really want to put out. I just feel like in terms of getting the ball rolling with having a channel that has literal content on it, like volume, I feel like sound tests are just like easy content. So it's like that's one direction I could go in, I suppose. Just start dumping a bunch of sound tests. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that at all. I think what I can provide is the fact that I have a large collection of keyboards, so I could be like that's kind of an angle I feel like, yeah, there could be some value in this, having this collection and putting together sound tests. There's a few left of these ones we've already done, and we'll continue as we can or need to with the almost second half of these. And I apologize for having gotten this wrong. We are now an hour in, still working on the switches, because of course. But to be fair, we usually open packages for like 30 to 45 minutes and then take like a half hour just looping stabilizers, so I feel like it's almost a wash. Almost. I have now in my hands new chalice, right on. Okay, nice. That's the cheap Alice. That's cool. Nice. Very clean.
Hello?
Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What the hell's going on?
I'm streaming.
What are you streaming?
Keyboard stuff. Assembling or reassembling some switches. And then I'm gonna build it in a bit.
That sounds horny.
What are you up to? You driving?
Yeah, so one of my old coworkers hit me up saying like, hey, come through for dinner and just chill or whatever. So me and Andrew pulled up and he like grilled us some like carne asada and it was like super fire.
Nice.
And then we were actually talking about like just like video games, like, oh, what do you guys play? Like blah blah blah. Like, and I was like, oh, I don't really like play games, but I used to be really into like GameCube. And they're like, oh shit, we got one like set up. And I was like, nah, you're joking, right? He's like, no, we legit have a GameCube. And then they like, let's go back inside. And they pull out the GameCube and they have like 50 different games, like every GameCube game ever. They don't even have any other consoles. And they pull out Double Dash, and then I started like whooping their asses in Double Dash.
Nice. It's crazy how it's like the muscle memory is all there, huh?
Yeah, but I was playing on this like janky GameStop branded controller. So like the thing was like drifting to the left.
Oh, that ain't good.
But I was still winning. It was like a good little handicap, I guess.
You know,
And then they brought out. Wait, what?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you keep going.
Yeah, and then they brought out Super Mario Strikers, and like I've never played that game before. Have you played?
No, I haven't.
It is like the most insane Mario game ever. So it's like soccer, right? But you're in this arena where the cage is like electrical fence, and like you can like tackle each other and bump each other into this fence to get electrocuted. It's like the most violent Mario game ever.
I see.
But that game is a shit show. Highly recommend it. You should start streaming that.
I could, I guess. You know, so what I was gonna say was, I think they still make brand new GameCube controllers.
What? Why? Oh, because of Smash?
Yeah, because literally because of Smash. Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta get some gas.
All right. That is my co-host Andy, for anyone curious. He just put himself on mute. What am I doing? Apologies for the slowness. If only these switches were just done earlier. They already have this built. But then what fun would that be? Mango Head 12, are you spring swapping Alp switches? I am... How do I put this? I had all these Alp switches as parts, and I was doing them, or like, I was reassembling them, and halfway in, because I'm trying to do 60 here, I realized I was pointing the stem on the wrong side. So there's a sprue on one side, and that's supposed to point the switch plate, the contact leaf assembly in. For the first like 25 or 30 out of 60, I was facing them away from them, where the contact leaf was supposed to go. But with that said, the reason I had all of these in parts was because I'm linearizing the Alps switches, removing that contact leaf, so at least it's like one less part to like manage or handle. Did you fix the skeleton? No, but it's still an ongoing conversation. If you guys are curious, here's what I'll do for you guys. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second about that skeleton, because I got something to show y'all. So I have a YouTube account that is it has fewer videos, fewer subscribers, but it's my personal YouTube account that I'm intending to put real content on. I just haven't yet. So I don't really plug it because there's nothing on it. And what I was able to do is I recorded a video on it and I just set it to unlisted. So if anyone wants to watch this, I don't know, what is it, like 7-minute video of me just showing off the scuffs, feel free. I'm not even sure why I unlisted it. It's just, it's not useful. Like, it's not useful to anyone except for the person I was showing it to. And I mean, I guess it's not bad because there's, you know, I guess there's no dislike button anymore. But I still just feel like, you know, I don't want to get a bunch of comments of people just saying, what the fuck is this? Yes, there is. I mean, what some people were saying was, there'll always be someone who will post a comment saying, use me as a dislike button. $19.84 though. Alright, so we have redone all of our goofy ones, so we're now continuing back here with switches that I haven't already assembled. Basically it did like almost double the work here. It's really silly, but we'll chug along. The dislike count has been removed, but the feature remains. That makes sense. That makes sense. So it's probably still there for like algorithmic purposes, but in terms of like from a user experience and interface standpoint, it's been removed from that sense. Where does the name CG Buen come from? Oh, wow. Interestingly enough, I feel like I haven't actually heard someone ask that question in a really long time. How do I answer this? It is an abbreviated portmanteau of my first, middle, and last names. That's like the most basic way that I can say it. So it's like a partial dox. powering through now. What's that sparkly thing on your left cheek? This is a dermal piercing jewelry. So it's a piercing. It's jewelry for this piercing. There's usually a follow-up here, but yeah, I can wait to see if you follow up with any further questions, or if you want, I can just follow up. I can just continue along. Or maybe that's the end of the conversation. Yeah, keep talking about it. Can you take it out? So I guess let's start in reverse order. Can I take it out? How do I put it? Can is an interesting word. It's more that like I don't know how to. So I think like I'd have to go in. I'd have to go into my local piercer and then like ask them to take it out for me. So the way it works is how I understand it works is they implanted a base. They basically had to cut into the underneath, like under my skin, and put in a base there, and then what you see is like the flat thing is just the top of, like a flat top of this jewelry, and I think it's just kind of pushed in. So when you ask can I take it out, it's that like the answer is probably, but I would rather not. When I first got it, I kind of wanted literally a ball, like a spherical piece of jewelry. But I never changed it. It's been about 3 years now, actually. It's crazy, 3 years. 3? Is that really 3 years? 2018. I think it was 2018, yeah. I was asking if you can take it out like an earring. I can't. Like I am unable or unknowledgeable. And you back? What'd you get?
I was getting gas.
Oh, I thought you...
And then I tried to hop back on the call, but I was having some technical difficulties.
Nah,
I'm good to go.
Briefly forgot that you weren't getting some drive-through. Because that's usually what it's like when you leave temporarily on a drive.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah. Chad is asking me about my dermal piercing, and Mango Head had a good question. Ooh, so can you do MRIs? That's an interesting question because I don't know. I haven't had an MRI since before the piercing, so. But I can't imagine. I mean, I feel like people with jewelry get MRIs all the time now. I have no idea. I don't think I can get an MRI in my head necessarily, but I'm not sure.
I feel like Google could help answer that.
Probably.
Our main man Google.
But I'm busy here.
I need me some answers, Chris.
What?
I need me some answers, Crid. When I was at my friend's place earlier, playing like a lot of Spanish music.
All right.
And it's like he was putting me onto like a lot of like bands and stuff that, you know, it's cool and all, but it's like in Spanish, and I'm just like, I don't know what he's saying, but a lot of it sounds pretty good. And then he started playing this one song where it was like all the other Spanish songs he was singing.
Mm-hmm.
But then this guy started rapping on the beat that sounded like Snoop Dogg, and I was like, "What the hell? There's a Hispanic rapper that sounds like Snoop Dogg?" He's like, "No, that's Snoop Dogg." And I was like, "When the fuck did Snoop Dogg start rapping in Spanish on Spanish songs?" I don't know. It's just like a wild thing to me.
Really
He's
surprised.
like, "What? You heard this song?" I'm like, "No, I haven't."
Do you think that he knows Spanish, or do you think that he just learned it from the song?
I mean, if you listen to the song, it's like pretty Spanish. It's not like he's like rapping in English. It kind of drops like a simple Spanish word. Like it's like 80% of the verse is like in Spanish. I feel.
Hmm. Well, that's kind of like, isn't that kind of like what Justin Bieber did for Despacito? Because I don't think he
people
knows
didn't
Spanish.
like that.
Yeah, but like, how do I put it? Like, I don't think his Spanish in that song was bad, but I also don't think he actually knows Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know. Good question.
Yeah, so I'm like wondering if Snoop Dogg actually knows Spanish.
Let's hit up Snoop Dogg.
All right. Need some answers.
That reminds me, a long time ago, like in high school, there was like a really popular like skate brand called Huff,
Okay.
and I normally couldn't like afford a lot of their stuff just because it's expensive. Like streetwear back in the day, like
Yeah.
here in high school,
Yeah.
streetwear is expensive. I just like always wanted to cop stuff, but I never could. And then they did this like mystery box one year, where I was like, you pay $200, and then they kind of just send you a box of, I'm assuming like a bunch of just leftover shit that hasn't been sold, but you get like, apparently the value was really good. People were hyping it up, and I'm like, you know, might as well, and then like just try it out. So I ended up buying it. I got a couple shirts. I got a pair of shoes. It's cool. And then I got a bunch of like hats, and I didn't really like wear hats back then.
Yeah.
A lot of them were like the Supreme style like camp hats, which are like kind of harder to rock, I feel.
I see.
And then so I decided, I'll just like flip a bunch of these, you know, like no point in having them. I'm not gonna wear them. And then I sold a couple. Like I sold a hat to James.
Uh huh.
Because he's like, I want that one. I'm like, all right, sure, here you go. I just gave it to him. I sold it to him. And then like a couple days later, he's like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, what? He's like, the hat you sold me, it says Snoop Dogg on the back.
Wait, what?
And I was like, what? What are you talking about? He's like, dude, it has Snoop. It literally it has a Huff logo on the front, and it has like Snoop Dogg embroidered on the back. But I like never noticed because I didn't even like look at the hat. I just like kind of just tossed it, you know. I'm like, oh, here, take the hat. And he was so upset. He's like, man, I don't want to wear a hat that says Snoop Dogg on it. And it was some like weird collab, and he was like really mad at me, but I didn't give him a refund.
Wait, you didn't give him one?
I didn't.
Nice. I
No
bet that.
refunds or exchanges.
I bet that hat is worth a lot of money now.
Let me Google it.
Hey Andy,
Yo.
if I started making YouTube content, what do you think I should make?
Vlog.
Reasonable and unreasonable answers welcome. You say vlog?
Daily vlog.
Daily vlog.
What I eat in a week.
Oh my god. That's like,
What do I spend money on in a week?
I feel like that's like more work than streaming.
I mean, you're the one that's suggesting it. Keyboard part reviews.
Keyboard part reviews. Ah.
ASMR typing videos.
Yeah, I was thinking of that from earlier. I feel like that's like the easiest content.
Or you buying really like expensive, rare keyboard parts and like destroying them.
Oh no. I don't think I'm a fan of that. I have something pretty rare coming in relatively soon. Okay, this should be the last one, but you know what I'm gonna do before I start mounting these is I'm gonna test these. The
Or
multimeter.
prank videos. You should do Walmart prank videos.
Oh my god. That? Okay. Before I completely dismiss that, I also think that even if I did, do you think that serves YouTube better than it serves like TikTok? I feel like Walmart pranks are a TikTok thing, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's everywhere. YouTube videos are on TikTok. TikTok videos are on YouTube. They're interchangeable. People just re-upload and upload shit on both platforms. Like,
That's true, I've seen that.
if someone does, like, if I'm at a Walmart and someone does a prank on me, I'm throwing hands. I don't know why, like, people don't throw hands with these YouTubers. Like,
I
I'd beat
know.
the shit out of someone who's, like, trying to do something to me and, like, I don't know. I
Yeah.
hope they get it on camera. It would be, like, amazing.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like most of the time it's fake and, like, they're in on it because, like, there'd be a lot more beatdowns if it were real, I feel.
I know, right?
And don't you have to like film and like, oh, if you're gonna upload monetized stuff, like, don't you need people's like consent?
I think only in
Like, not a thing.
I think only in some states. It's not necessarily, but I'm not sure. I am not totally certain. Mango Head is asking, what was the late night pizza place you mentioned a couple weeks ago? Pizza and shawarma, I think. Did I say it? I don't know if I'm doxing myself if I say it now. Well, it is. Yes, Knob Hill. Yeah, okay. Knob Hill Pizza and shawarma. Yes. Knob without a K.
You ever watch those videos of people extracting giant cysts?
I do not. My mom is really into pimple popping videos.
Hell yeah, I'm into those too.
I am not a fan.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's just not my thing.
I saw a pretty gnarly one today where it was like an old man and then he looked like a hunchback because like below his like neck area on his like shoulder he had a ginormous cyst that like made a hump, right?
Okay.
And then I don't know how long he lived with that, but then he finally got it removed. But he had to like the surgeon like cut it open, like and like cut the skin open, right? And then she's like digging, and she like digs it out, and it's the size of like, I don't want to say quite the size of a basketball, but maybe like a volleyball.
Oh my god.
And it was so awesome to like see it be removed, but there's no like popping.
I
Because I
see.
guess that's not like the safest method for like giant cysts like that.
Yeah. Wait, did you say he was like an old guy?
There's a super old guy who had a volleyball-sized cyst on his back, and I watched it get surgically removed today, and it was like so relieving. Like I bet it felt awesome to like
Well,
after that. I don't know. I feel like
I'm also
I cried.
I'm also curious, like how did it say how long he had it for?
I mean, I think it did in the video, but I can't remember.
I see.
But man, I felt so relieved, and I like felt good after. You know, I'm like, wow, that's great. Like I enjoyed that. He's living a better life now. And I wonder what they do with it after. Like, do they like save it? Or, like,
I imagine it's
put it
like
somewhere?
it's like hazardous material. I don't know what happens to hazardous material. Does anyone in chat know?
I would have put it in like what do you call it? Like resin or something,
Oh my god.
and like hung it somewhere like a trophy.
What the? Is this one not working? Hazard bin. Ooh.
There's definitely a lot of videos that aren't as enjoyable, but so I can see why like people won't like these videos. But I think you have to just watch the right ones. I think the best ones are like when they're squeezing it and it like shoots out and it's like never ending. And you're just like, oh my god, when is it gonna end? Those are the best ones, I think.
Oh, what the? Hold up, I just had two that couldn't register. What the heck? I hope this is not a pattern. 3 now. What's going on? Yo, what? Three straight. What the hell is going on? Okay, I broke the streak, but I have to check up on those because I think I now have fewer than 60. Oh. I need a multimeter that does switches more easily than this. Like this does it a little more easily than the non-alligator clips. But still not super simple.
When's the last time you drove a car, Chris?
Last time I drove a car?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, I was down in Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah, that was less than a month ago.
Does it feel weird every time you drive a car knowing that, like, oh man, I haven't driven in a while, and like, is it like clunky? You feel weird?
It definitely was. When was it? Like, it was for a while until I started driving, like, Ada's parents' cars. Yeah.
I feel like if I haven't driven her in a while or whatever, like, the thing that weirds me out is like the brake. But then after a while, you kind of just get used to it. But I don't know, for someone like you who like rarely ever drives, I was wondering if it's like a bigger like reaction or like, I don't know, like something more unusual that happens.
Yeah, there have been phases in my life where I hadn't driven in a while. And like my first time back after like a long period of time was always weird. But like after that, like I'm cool with like not driving for like weeks. But like if there's a point where it's like months or years, like I remember when I was in college, like especially my freshman year of college, there were long gaps of time where I wasn't driving.
Is there, is the car that you are gonna get, is it a big car or a little car?
It's pretty big. It's a minivan.
Oh man, that's kind of like,
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's pretty big.
it's a
Like-
big responsibility.
Yeah, I don't think it's as big as other minivans, but a minivan is just still bigger than a lot of cars that I would have preferred.
Man, honestly, I do want a bigger car myself. Just because, like, I've been wanting, like, an SUV to be able to, like, go on, like, trips to, like, places and have it be useful, you know? And,
Yeah, I get
like,
it. Yeah.
comfortable or, like, even off-road a little bit or something. So I was like, I've always wanted, like a Subaru Forester or something.
Hmm.
But apparently right now is, like, the worst time to buy a car.
Oh, by far.
So I'm looking into it.
There will hopefully be. At some point, there'll be a dip. At some point, but I don't know when that point will be.
Who knows? But I remember in college, I took I studied like marketing, and then I took a couple of advertising classes, and one of them was about how big corporations and their different marketing strategies and bad strategies or whatever. And we did a study on Subaru at one point
Mm-hmm.
about how like they were trying to get into that like compact SUV market, so they created the Forester.
Mm-hmm.
And in the U.S., it just like wasn't selling well because it was kind of like a new thing, and people are like, "What's the point of that? I don't need it." Blah blah. Blah. It's just like they're just trying to push out a new style of car, and it was like a tough sell. And with the little sales that they were getting, they were like studying the demographic, and then they found out that 1/5 of excuse me, 1/5 of people buying this car happened to be single females.
Oh.
And then specifically in a lot of them were in like Portland, Oregon, in like another state.
Huh.
And then they did like deeper research, like kind of trying to interview like these people who like bought the cars, like, and then they find out that a lot of them just so happen to be bi or like lesbian or whatever.
Interesting.
And they're like, oh shit, like this is like an untapped market that we're not advertising to.
Oh.
So knowing that like 1/5 of their consumers are like happen to be, you know, I guess quote unquote lesbian or whatever, they're like, fuck it, let's like try and push a bunch of ad stuff into that. And they like started making commercials and like subtly like promoting like LGBT stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then sales started skyrocketing.
Interesting.
And then everyone in Portland, Oregon at one point was driving a Subaru Forester, and it got the nickname as the lesbian car.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So I want that lesbian car.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about the Subaru Forester, other than the fact that you looked into this case study a long time ago, attracts you to it more so than like other SUVs?
Well, the fact that Subaru are just like very reliable.
Okay.
They're not very like gimmicky. Where like a lot of cars they'll like put a lot of effort into like, oh, look at this infotainment system, look at these little gadgets and whatnot, and you know they don't focus on what's really important, like the engineering of like the actual car and like the drivetrain and engine and all that. And Subaru just has created a product that's just very reliable and you know good and long lasting, and they're just like good quality cars. So it's like I like the fact that you could buy one and trust that it'll be reliable. And the fact that it's just like a bigger car and it doesn't look bad. It's like no, I mean, and it's affordable. I feel. I don't know. There's like go down the list, but I guess the only cons is like I don't know. It's not like super fancy.
I see.
But who needs a fancy car, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I have 4 switches busted, and I think I probably only need 2, but I'm gonna start mounting. No, I'll reconstruct these now. Where did that tool go? Here it is. So we're gonna open these up and grab a few more switch plates. Alright, so just changed one. And it works. Yeah, so these have bad switch plates. Oh, and you know what I need to do? I need to make one that has a heavier spring. Also, it needs to have a Nexus. Huh. I'm gonna go check this. Alright, so I'm gonna mount that one last. And for now, we'll go to the full face while I switch lenses here. Alrighty, so here we are, and we're gonna leave some of this stuff here for now. I think this is the one we just got working, right? Yep. Alright, let's just start going at it. I think this is one of those situations where I need to push everything in. How good or was that? Sorry, I missed that. It felt weird when I got back on my bike after a long recovery. How long were you out for? We're back out of macro mode. There's a bunch of BDZ on this palm plate we were previously using. Let's see if we can clean this up a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. We also left the paper backing on the underside just to make it a little thicker for switches to clip into. Just the tiniest amount. Anything can help here. Because these are 0.8, I think, 0.8 or 0.9 millimeters. And the target thickness we want is target thickness we want is about 1.0 to 1.2. Alright, now we're 45 in, we're finally getting to this point. Everything should still work from before because we've done this. I don't think we need to test. I don't think. Oh my gosh. I always forget though. I think short right shift is the only one that needs to be upside down. So I'm going to do that now. A bunch of these little stabilized spots here, but I think we're just gonna avoid putting them on. Again, we avoided it last time around, but we're just better off without it. Okay, so that was exactly the perfect amount, but we need to come back and figure out this Nexus thing. So let me sit around and think what it is that I'm missing. Well, Nexus I'm missing. I would have thought that it was with the rest of this junk. For some reason, it is not. That's kind of a bummer. Alright, I guess I gotta look for another Nexus, so give me a moment. Put them, I see them. I have a bunch of Nexus stuff, which confuses me a little bit. I'm wondering, I must have combined bags or something at some point, because I was supposed to have enough for two. Enough for two 60 builds. I'm just like finding this sort of weird box that I don't really recall. So I'm gonna pretty much need to get rid of all of that. I just need a switch plate. A good, better one. And I need the box springs that I have here. Kale box springs, I need a heavier spring for the spacebar. So we have like this separate bag here of kale box springs, 60% or 60 grams slow. Pretty sure this notch is supposed to go here. I'll put in the spring just like that. Then I need to grab another switch plate. Just like that. And then we'll just kind of connect it all together. And then we'll run our final switch test here. We're good. Okay. Okay, so now I guess a weird thing is it's really hard, this palm plate, for it to stick because everything's so flexy, and then like I had this pointless long plate stabilizer cut here for it. So what I think I might need to do here in this meantime is I need to make sure that all these pins are straight. That way I know that I can get it through the PCB, and maybe I'll hit the ones that are really bad first. And also this one is upside down. Anyone else out there been playing Pokemon? Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl? Been having some fun. Alright. Pretty smooth-ish so far. Almost smooth-ish. Bottom row not playing well. Specifically this guy right here, bottom right corner. Literally might be the only one. Yeah, these are bent really poorly. Okay, and then the final one, this guy goes right here. Trying to make sure that this can clip into the plate. I'm playing Rocket League Sideswipe, right on. Have not played that myself. That's chill. Hasn't been any good mobile game in a while. I know, right after Dr. Mario. The GOAT. Alright, so this is definitely going to require a VOD method. But I'm not even going to test this PCB. Like, it's just, it was working before. Why would I expect anything different? Famous last words. Alright. Throw some of this off to the side here. I need to grab my work mat. I guess one thing I could do is test the spacebar right now. Wouldn't hurt. Ah, there it was. My Nexus guy was here. Oh, Nita's here. Hi. I'm having some struggles determining if this is really rattle. And also that palm, like the cutout, or the mixture of the palm plus the strange cutout is just like, it feels like the spacebar switch is not even clipping on. What would be the solution here? Can't believe I missed a Sangyo stream. Ah, it's all good. I'm gonna grab a new bottom. The VOD should be up on Twitch right now, but I'll also probably be putting it up on YouTube as well at some point. It just hasn't happened yet. But Klaus, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. This switch just doesn't clip into place like in the cutout, and I really feel like I shouldn't have made this cutout so long like this. What can we do about that? Let me think here. We could tape mod so that that thing isn't there. Mod with tape. Tape mod. Let's try this. Duct tape? Oh, this is not duct tape. You guys keep thinking it's duct tape. It's gaffer's tape, guys. Alright. I'm going to try to do here is right here at this point. I'm going to come in under. Whoa. Alright, I dropped a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. Man, I should have done this. Okay, I'm just gonna remove this whole thing. It's not gonna be hard to put back, but okay. Here's what I'm trying to do. Oh god. What I'm trying to do is see if I can restore some rigidity to this cutout, which was reduced when adding like this pointless. This is like a plate mount stabilizer wire cutout. I'm not going to use plate mount stabilizers. So what I'm trying to do here give me a second. Just come in like this. Just like beef it up like at that specific point. It's like I shouldn't have done this in the first place. I should have just cut this better. Could you just go plateless for the spacebar? XD, welcome. I personally would not. The thing about like Alps, like the construction of an Alps switch, is that like it doesn't really there's only 2 pins. Like there's 3-pin MX and there's 5-pin MX, right? And like those extra plastic pins help with alignment. Like even the 3rd pin on the 3-pin, it's not great, but at least like helps align. You don't really get that with Alps, which sucks. Now, I have no idea if what I'm doing right now is actually going to help with anything. But we'll find out. I feel like I should have just done this from the start. It actually kind of does, sort of. But with that said, I think I need to redo this side. This side is kind of super monka. Sus plate. Hey, I made it. I put this plate together. Just a simple palm tray plate, but with Alps cutouts. But it is. Truthfully, it is. Can you stack two plates together? Theoretically, I guess you could, if like the thing about stacking plates, like there's a target like range of how thick you want your plate to be, and for Alps it's much thinner than for MX. Okay, this actually helped. I think that actually was good. Okay. The target range determines like whether or not the actual construction of the switches themselves will clip onto it the way they need to. So stacking two plates here in my case would be like they'd have to be 0.5 to 0.6 millimeter individual plates, because when you put it together it ends up hitting that target range. Now in this case here, can I stack two plates together? It wouldn't be like wise. I don't think it would, at least. But anyways, this is significantly better. I should have just not had these cutouts to begin with, and I probably should stop putting these in my Alps plates. So, one thing to think about. It's ridiculous. Okay. Tape mod. Plate tape mod. Alright, I'm gonna go grab my work mat, and we'll get the ball rolling here, guys. By the way, I didn't really show this on the overhead earlier, but this is the blade that we got. So we'll open that up. I feel like we could just like do the soldering first before we even like begin to open up that blade. So. Maybe I'll tape mod this, depending on how the blade actually is. Not sure if I'll need to yet. Patness! Welcome back. How's the build going? It's going. I was like, this is gonna be a quick stream. Never is. Never is. But it's going well. We are just getting started on the soldering, so. No prediction. Do you guys like predictions? I feel like they stress me out. If you guys like them, we can run them, but it's always just hard to determine. Like, the boards change, what I need to do to them change. They stress me out because it's like I have to act all fast. I'm just trying to get a good build, you know? Why we like it? Wow. Wow, dude. Alright. Take this guy here. Especially for soldering. PCB is so cool. I like anything, just don't tribe on specials that gives me a headache. Oh man, that's where the fun is. So fun. Alright, I'm gonna turn off my secondary mic. So I'll be a little bit quieter. You'll still hear me, but I'll just be a little quieter. Get this on. Get the ball rolling. Do is just single pins at a time. Whoa, that sounds different. My fan is beginning to rattle for some strange reason. I wonder why that is. Does this make it better? Let's find out. Before I continue, I guess this is our point. We can just start doing the Wodan method now. Specials is like the GOAT mode in Tribe, Monkey type. Yes, that little click. Exactly what we needed. Go to the center spot right here. The BCB is really cool, that UFO. Keep me up. Hope that's good. Get this space bar in here too. Grab some of these corners. And while I'm doing these for all these like edges, corners and everything, we're going to need to do it on every single one, just because yeah, the way these kind of fit in between Alps and between the plate material, we got to do it. But we're doing like the most critical ones right now. I think that one's good. Okay, so we got, I think, the most important ones, but we'll still go around the edges. I think the edges are still really critical. Another thing that I noticed too is what makes this really hard is for doing like predictions, knowing that like I'm doing this Wodan method, and like when I have to, especially for things like Alps, I can't immediately, like when I'm aligning things with the hot solder, I can't let go right away, because if I let go right away, the solder may not have cooled down, and so it can get misaligned in that like split second between me letting go and it having cooled down fully. And so it's kind of just what I mean, like I'd rather have a safe build more so than anything. Like not a safe build, but just a good build. Alrighty. I was looking at my personal backlog, my pipeline, and I was noticing, hey, we have quite a few opportunities here for Alps, and I feel like there's definitely like there's Alps switches I don't have. And I'm also just curious about the future of Alps keycaps as well. I think I might want to look for white Alps. And I do also have that extra batch of orange Alps as well, that I think both of those I might turn into builds for my Sirius. I really like the Sirius. Sirius is an interesting board here. It's a top mount that accepts these like DZ60 like boards, that top left connector placement boards. And it's just an interesting one for being palm as well, white palm. So truthfully, I have 4 plates for it, 2 MX, 2 Alps. One of them is leather, and the other one is palm. And I got the palm because I wasn't sure that the leather would work. It does, it's a little funky, but it does. And I'm considering here doing a rebuild on that leather plate to put tactiles instead of the Matias clicky. So I think the orange Alps would be good on it. And then put the white Alps on the palm plate. That way it's just fully white. I was at one point considering, and maybe I'm still kind of thinking about it, but putting the brown Alps with the leather plate. But I just don't think I have enough brown Alps. I wanted to put the brown Alps and make like the wood build in that wooden tofu. I still do. I still want to do that. Like, I just think it would look so good. But it would make more sense, on the other hand, to like have something that's a tofu be the less rare switch. And meanwhile, since I have leather in the Sirius, use the brown Alps there. I don't know, still thinking. Neither build has happened yet. I do have the brown Alps in the J02, which a lot of people encourage because the J02 is just such a nice board. So I gotta think of how to sort of handle all these things. I think after this row I'm gonna flip this whole thing over and then start from the bottom. Alright, go from this bottom side here, just a couple on this very bottom row. And this one, definitely gonna need it. This palm plate is like super wavy near that stabilizer. That's weird. Oh, here it is. Oh, I got worried there for a second. Forgot that this was short right shift, which is the only key that's upside down. We're going very slow. And I feel like I'm like milking the not having a prediction. But I'm also like, I just really want to make sure that this build's right. With this palm plate, you just never know. Alright, and I'm not gonna lie, this keep me up PCB is this weird flex cut right here. It's making it a little weird to make sure things are aligned, but I'm getting through it. I got a pair of Gavalchka PCBs, and those have like 2 flex cuts, and so I'm like nervous about that one, but I'm also excited, I guess. So I just noticed here, what's really cool about this one, I've never noticed, there's a JST, yeah, there's JST for this. Mine's actually kind of blown, I never realized there's JST on this. Flip this back over here. Home stretch. Last row of first pins, but I definitely felt a click there. That's what made this necessary. Just little things like that. Getting this alignment right. It's all what this is all about. Felt another one. I haven't really been feeling it much outside of the edge switches. So it has me worried, like, was I really doing this right? But now that I'm feeling this in this very last middle row, gives me a little bit of comfort that this wasn't for nothing. But it definitely wasn't, because yeah, the edge pieces definitely needed it. Felt another one. It's real good. Definitely a ton of flux on this PCB from the first build. I know a lot of people usually go and clean it, but I have no spare toothbrushes. And these are all personal builds anyways. Seeing a lot of people use toothbrushes on their PCBs. I feel like a toothbrush is what I need for this work mat. This work mat's kind of getting gross. As they usually do. I don't know what it is about me and work mats. Alright, that should be it. Sick! Alright. Now the fun time. The extra legs that don't need my close attention to, so I can just kind of do this quickly. I'll just make sure here. Does everything look good? I think so. Other than the weirdness of the plate near the spacebar, everything seems pretty good. Should we run a prediction for full assembly, which includes me opening the blade from the shrink wrap to mounting these blank black keycaps, which I think I have parted in baggies? Do it? Alright. With both of those things said, especially since I haven't seen the blade before, I imagine it to be a pretty straightforward tray case. But again, I haven't seen it before. I'm gonna guess that they might have included some like little O-ring things for the screw mounts, but that said, plus the blank keycaps, plus the shrink wrap, I feel like I need to up that quite a bit. Maybe to like 20, 25 maybe even more. What y'all think the threshold should be? Part of me wants to say like, oh, it's gonna take me a few minutes, but like the 3-hour mark of my stream, which would be 25 minutes from now. But I'm kind of doubtful. We'll probably go to like, what would it be? Maybe 11:45. I'll use all my points. I'm speeding through this right now. Speeding. I really am sort of curious and excited to like at some point, whenever it may be, get some YouTube content going. I really am. What do you, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, but I'm just like kind of curious. Like I don't know if I should ask this question yet. I feel like I already spoiled it. If I'm doing sound tests, it makes sense to do like more than one microphone, if I were to have more than one microphone. Alright. Okay, this assembly looks pretty finished. This feels nice. Okay, let's start a prediction, and I say we go. How long to fully assemble from here? Let's go 25. Yeah, and I'll do a 5-minute timer just because I'm gonna clean up a little bit here. All right, prediction up, guys. Feel free to wager some points. Anybody who's tuned in right now, wager some points. Let me know what you guys think about how long it'll take for me to assemble, given that you got this stuff in the shrink wrap. I gotta mount blank keycaps. I gotta put this into this blade, which I haven't seen before. All right, I'm gonna clean up a little, guys. Keep the wagers coming in. Oh my gosh. You know what I should do? I should test this. D60 still here. Everything's still good, as I understand. Oh, that's a little weird. Should be right alt, right win. Everything looks good there. Okay. All right, we're good there. Very cool, very cool. Okay, what is next? I need to gather my phone here. Get the timer going. So what do we have? 25. 25 minutes, right? 25 minutes. And then I also need to turn off the auto lock. I'm gonna go wash my hands. About halfway, a little more than halfway through the prediction period. Also, I recognize, you guys might have seen it, but I look a little scruffy today. I don't have my shaver. Here we go again. Ooh, someone bet 1 point. Dang, you stand to gain a lot. stands to gain a lot. 25 minutes are over. 1 point bet. So Snooze, you could gain 7,000 points if I blow it. Don't fail me. Does this count? I don't know if I'm cheating here. Last time I put 5k. 5k on believing. Oh, okay. Prediction period over. All right. I say we just go. Let us. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. All right. Everybody ready? Let's do it. All right. Oh, there it is. So yeah, we got these interesting thingies. Here's the blade. My personal first look into it. I mean, it was sealed, as you guys just saw. Oh my god. Gotta get it out of here. Oh my god. Ugh, I had to turn it upside down. Oh, interesting. They included some plate foam. Or no, I guess this is case foam. Ah. Potential thing to consider here. Where the hell? There we go. So this is funny, right, guys? Because these LEDs don't even match up on the Steezy60. Like, I think this is for where the controller is, and that's not even there either. I think like this button here is right, but nothing else is. Alright. So we're gonna forget that. If we need to, we'll do a tape mod. But it's only if we need to. Alright. Right off the bat, I got my grubby fingerprints on it or something. Next up, take a look at these. So it's interesting, they gave us 5, but I don't think we need 5. Guess these are standoffs. I wonder if they're symmetric. They are not. Okay, it came with no instructions, which is fine. I'm sure it's okay. Ah, okay. So these are supposed to go on this. They gave a lot of these gaskets. This is cool because it's like adhesive. That's cool. I'm a fan. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It needs it on both sides because I'm supposed to screw from the bottom as well. Ah, that's big brain. I just noticed it's not HHKB. It's not. So it's a tray. It's definitely a tray. But to note is that the plate itself, I've turned this into HHKB. So what you'll end up seeing is like there's a dip on the bottom corners where the case, like the tray case, won't cover it. But it dips and you'll see it recessed in there like some exposed palm. Okay, so this is really interesting. And I'm also now curious if I'm gonna be able to make it, because I gotta do a little bit more than I thought I would. And also, I don't think that there's any difference now. It's a slight design difference on either side of these standoffs. But at the end of the day, I'm covering them with gaskets, so it's like, I really don't think it matters. There's 4, so I need to use 8. RIP to my points. Well, we'll see, right? Because it's just a bunch of screws. Just need to screw in a bunch of stuff. I'm very, very curious, though, how this is gonna play out, because typically I just use tray cases for Alps, and I'm realizing we have like this interesting thing here ahead of us now, where we're basically adding little O-ring gasket to each side of these standoffs. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be doing this, but here I am doing it. Okay, here's our bag. Should be 8 screws at least. There's much more than 8. Okay. So the idea here is, oh, I gotta be careful. The idea is I gotta be careful. I don't know how much I'm supposed to screw into the gasket. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like I'm just essentially really compressing it from that side. Like there's like, you need to know like the evenness. Like, how can I possibly know? So it doesn't seem to... Okay, I think I caught it. When you know, you'll know. That is, I mean, yeah. It's weird. Like, this design is like, I don't even know if I've done this right, because I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to have put standoffs or like gaskets on both sides. Does that sound like the right idea? Let me know what you guys think. If anything, I can just compress this on that bottom side, but I'll still remain having a similar question on the top side too when I screw the tray down, or screw the assembly down. Well, it's definitely is gonna happen. This doesn't seem to be catching. I wonder why. Oh my god. Why? I can't do this. Oh my. I have to? I do. my god, I'm getting all my grubby fingerprints all over. Alright, I'm gonna switch screws. What if it's a bad screw? Oh, I'm sweaty. The sweat. Oh, I think I got it. Alright. Last one for the connection of the standoffs to the case. It's also interesting how there's exactly 4, and it's funny because I had never realized. I know it's stupid, but I'd never realized that like the non-middle or the non-spacebar one kind of relegates the standoffs to be completely symmetrical. I don't know why I just never really realized it. Okay. So I guess that's the weird thing at this stage, is that like I know I haven't really tightened it. Or I possibly haven't tightened it fully here from the back side. How you get that badge? What badge? Badge? Me? You're referring to someone else? I can't put points in my region? Oh. Twitch things. Oh, interesting. Okay, I see. So you have a wager badge, but it lets you choose, but you can't actually wager because of gambling. I see. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue trying to screw this in from this side. I can still feel like, yeah, I can still screw. Okay. Interesting. Alright. I would like to wipe this down if possible. Maybe I just wipe it. I'm like sweating a lot. I have a micro. Oh, I do have microfiber. Give me a second, guys. I don't know why I've forgotten all the microfiber. Whoa. All the microfibers I've just left around. Wow, I'm oily. These aren't even going away. We'll clean it in post. All right. So what's next? Oh, interesting. This is like, oh shit. There's a slight issue here, and I'm glad I found it now. I think I need to like shift this a little bit. So I need to make sure that this USB-C can actually get there. Let's try it. Get paid my 7k points, like get some sweet rest. Does this actually work? Let's try and be sure. Alright, it works. Alright. Let's do this. Okay. Wait, with this, we may be in pretty good shape here. Let's try this spacebar out. I think we're good. Alright, the hard part now is dealing with blinks. Summer straightforward. Okay, these are all bagged up, so I need to figure out which one goes to which row, I guess. I also may be missing a row. Did you play my... Oh, I didn't. There you go. This is actually not that helpful. HHKB with no blockers. This man is on another level. Yeah, we Changchi, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We have plate blockers. Is this top row? I think this is top row. Dude, okay. This is completely separate, but I'm like a really far tangent, but I just want to say this. I find the current trend or the current trend or fascination of re-legendables very confusing. Like, I don't know how to put it. The reason I just mentioned is because I'm using a black set. I saw that. Okay, I'll just throw this out there. I saw that one, there's a re-legendables group buy running. I also saw that there was a set of white on black re-legendables. Like just up for sale earlier today. I think it was earlier today or the other day. I don't remember when it was. My days all blend together. But I set one for like 300 bucks. I was like, what the hell? That's crazy. Like, I never liked re-legendables. I think I have re-legendables like in the pantry, and I'm just confused how like people are like really into them. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's like I have them, so I could use them, but it's just weird, man. Okay, I think this is bottom row. Alright, we're going stabilizer-less. Hope that's okay with you guys. No clip stabilizers for left shift or enter. Hope y'all are cool with it. Hey, we're smooth sailing, guys. I really overestimated the amount of time I needed here. What y'all think of this build? It's looking real stealthy. That's it, I'm leaving? What have I said that offended you? The fact that I'm like, still have a lot of time left, or the fact that I didn't like re-legendables? The lack of stabilizers. It's like if I off center, it's a little funky, but like I'm not going to that much. I don't think. These keycaps don't really they don't accommodate for MX. At least these two don't. They don't accommodate for MX stabilizers, and I would rather go stabilizer-less than use the plate mount stabilizers. Oh, what the? Wait a second. Hold up. Oh. Wait, this is not done yet. This is not done yet.
Safety first. I put on my seatbelt.
Whoa, what?
Safety first. I put on my seatbelt.
Alex, welcome. Almost done here. Mounting this
What are you making?
keyboard, as usual.
Oh, what?
Whoa! Guys, we finished with 450 left. The believers won. And this keyboard is really nice. Alright. My only qualm, I think, is that right there. Let's see if we can get a close shot of this. I can see the connector because the plate isn't tall enough to cover it, and the screw holes are like, they don't push it towards the edge just because like the screw holes on the PCB.
Pretty fucked up.
Board scuff. Oh, wait, I'm not done. Alright, I'm resuming the time. Alex, where are you coming from? Were you at the studio?
Yeah, I was at the studio. I
Nice.
spilled like wax.
You what?
I spilled wax all over my shirt.
Oh shit, that ain't good.
Yeah, it's like colorful.
Ah.
And also it's my call me if you get lost.
It's the what? What did you say?
It's my call me if you get lost shirt.
Oh no. Oh, that sucks, dude. Oh,
I'm not sure.
I forgot to mention this about Day in Vegas.
But
So, there was like a whole merch section for golf. And I saw a license tee. And I was like, oh man, I should get that license tee. That's like one of the tees that looks really nice. And I bought it, not realizing I already had a license tee at home. So it's like I forgot, because I remember I opened it and then like I never put it on a hanger. I just left it in that gift box from the merch drop online. So I was like, I was there, I was wearing the shirt and I was like, oh man, this is kind of stupid. I already had this shirt, but just like I had it in a different color. And then later on I realized, wait, no, this is totally fine, because I'm realizing that this is like Vegas specific call me if you get lost licensed tee merch.
Oh.
Cause like it has like a Vegas ID on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. It's pretty cool. How was the merch line at Day in Vegas?
It was interesting. Hold on, I gotta pay out the prediction real fast. Give me a second.
Oh, I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go.
Peace.
Alright, peace. Alright, Snoozerton, thanks so much for being here. I'm gonna pay out, so you're gonna lose your 1 point. 0. And who else? Also, Peter Poppins, you're gonna get 1 point. Actually, I don't think Zero's gonna get anything because he can't wager. Choose outcome. We were well under 25 minutes. Guys, thank you for believing. 1 times 0. Right on. Hey guys, look at that. We had 4 minutes to spare. I took a whole minute just putting on the feet. Alright, so here's the board. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like this, but Klaus, I like your idea there of hiding it with gaffer's tape, because I have gaffer's tape. Let's see how easy it is. I mean, it was fully assembled already, so. Thanks for the point. Alright, scissors right here. Let's see how easy it is to cover this. And I want to say not. Not easy. That's my bet. I need tweezers. Scuffed. This board is scuffed. It exposes that connector. I think this is actually gonna work, guys. I'm just putting it on the plate. I'm not even putting it on the connector. Ah, that actually worked. It actually looks good. Hey, shouts out Klaus. Damn, that was like, oh my god, that was super wrinkle brain. It looks so much better. Good shit. Good shit. Alright guys, I guess we'll run another prediction for some WPM. Let's go with 129, like we always do. Alright, 2 minutes. Let's see if we can go like a really dark mode theme. I hate to really have to activate my 5 brain cells to Hey, I did not even activate it at all. This should be like dark gray on black. Oh, stealth. Using that point I just won. Oh, I realized I never got my second mic back on. Alright. Second mic is back on now. Alright. While it's still going, there's about a minute, or less than a minute, to predict here, guys. So, get your wagers in, if you so please. I'm just gonna test again, make sure that there's no shorts, because I'm realizing I didn't tape mod this at all. I have nothing. It's just me, or are you guys noticing that there's like this weird flashing? There is? Oh. Alright, we'll just proceed like... Yeah, it looks like it's shimmering, right? Whenever I press anything. Like, I feel like I've seen this before. And I'm curious if this is a tape mod related thing, but I guess we can just try to do a type test. And we'll see. Alright, let's get the music off. And let's get the ball rolling. Okay, guys. This is a Blade60. Blade60, palm plate, linearized black Alps. No tape mod or foam or anything. And some Matias blank OEM profile keycaps that are meant for Alps. So, threshold 129. So, let's do it. Okay. Let's get it going on 60 second race. Okay. Whew. Let's go. God. Oh my god. That was really bad. Alright. This is interestingly a soft typing experience. I don't know. I feel like this is the first time where I really thought, oh, this... Something about this feels soft. I'm trying it. It's weird. It's really weird. No, my 0. Alright, let's pay out the prediction here. 121 channel points. Doubters won. Are you guys able to hear it okay? Fool who bet 110? I'm hoping you guys are able to hear it alright. Sounds pretty good. It is. It's really interesting. It's super interesting. I definitely 100% like it more than when the tactile leaf was inside. I think linearizing these switches was 100% the right move. With that said, given the options, with that said, there's a little bit of weirdness, and I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, look at the overhead instead of watching me do the test, because I think maybe it might be worthwhile for you guys to sort of see here what it is I'm seeing. Let's see. Let's make it a little darker. Or I don't know. I don't know if this helps or not, but is it too soft to press? It's pretty soft. Like, it's pretty soft, and I think that's all things considered. There's a giant flex cut on the PCB. We have a palm plate. And we also have this tray case that had the gasket standoffs on both sides. And then I don't know if there's anything after that. I mean, it's Black Alps, they're linear, and then we have OEM keycaps, and I'm not sure if like how OEM keycaps are is like does that contribute to it? But it's a really soft experience. It's weird because I don't know. I usually don't have also gaffer's tape on the plate. We have gaffer's tape on some parts of the plate, yes. I usually... I feel like I don't typically say or feel like there's any big... Like, usually keyboard to keyboard, I don't usually, like, tell the difference. But this, you know, I'm feeling something here, and it's peculiar. Peculiar, and I'm trying not to say that in a bad or even neutral way. It's just like there's an interesting thing about this. Maybe the switches wobble. They do wobble a bit, and a part of me thinks it might be the keycaps that do that. But let's take a look. I mean, let me try a type test where you're looking at me rather than the test. Random question, is your super light coating flaking off yet? I don't think so. I think this is just like flux that has kind of flown around. I don't know. Do you have a super light? I feel like everything about this seems okay for now. Alright, closer looks here. I do kind of wish I have stabilizers for this, but I don't. I've already made 2 of mine that the area where you rest your thumb flake. Really? I don't know. Seems okay to me so far. First one is after 2 months, second one... Oh, wow. I guess, where do you typically rest your... like, this is what I look like. Like that? Only the white one? You guys care to see the flex here? Like it is, you can see it. I don't know if bumping the ISO back up will help. This is pretty flexy. Black superlight is fine. Ah. Your thoughts, guys? What are your guys' thoughts on this? I'm not gonna lie. I love the look. I was never really certain. I was interested, but I wasn't certain, specifically when we were talking about looks, that the blade case I would actually like. But I'm looking at it now and I do. so I am a fan. I'm a fan of this. I feel like I also want to cover that. There's a hole in the plate, which I shouldn't have put in, but there's a hole in the plate right there that exposes where the screw goes, but you can't actually use that with switches in place. So more gaffer's tape. The blade is KBDFans. Yes. Gonna throw on blockers. I mean, the blockers right here are part of the plate, so I like the case, but don't like how it's tray mount. I guess here's my question. What is the real issue you have with plate mount? I think that's a question I often have when people say that they might not like tray mount. What's the real problem? Because I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with tray mount, to be perfectly honest. And I mean, if you're looking for something like a quote-unquote soft typing experience, I mean, this case is pretty interesting with the use of those gaskets. Because this has become a soft, like this is not stiff. With that said, I've never fully understood the fascination with flex and bounce. But if you're looking for it, this has it. Like, truthfully, I don't know. I kind of want to just slap down some more tape just to cover that up. It's like I could just put it right on top of the switches. Only thing I'd be iffy on tray mount versus top mount is that the area near the mounts will have slightly offset flex compared to areas further away from it. Yeah, that's true. Tray mount is uneven and short. I guess I just find that so crazy because I have never thought that to be an issue, like in my personal opinion. Like, in all my years of being in the keyboard hobby and all my years of living and typing, I guess it's just I've never legitimately had an issue with unevenness. Right? It just covered up. I just they slapped the tape on the switches. Only time it's not an issue when it's uniform positioning in a 4-grid pattern. Tempest, welcome. Guess who found that one blocker? Nice. Well, guess who just did an Alps build? Blade60, guys. I have a switch graveyard. Was in there. Is that those are the, what was missing was a 1U, right? Was it the 1U? I apologize. Was it the one that was it purple? Was it purple or was it orange? I've already forgotten by this point. Purple, got it. Hey, I'm down. Like, hey, like I'll pay shipping on on the remaining 1 unit. So you've been taking tape modding and just throwing tape anywhere that looks bad. Tape the keycaps to prevent shine. No, I was taking I was taking tape to just literally hide some like exposed silver parts from the PCB. Like there's a couple of like just places where like there's a point here where the USB connector could be seen. Just cover that with tape. There's a part right here where another like the silver, I don't know what you call it, the silver pad for holding the screws, which is completely unused here, was being exposed through the plate, through the PCB. You can see it. Just cover it with tape. 5 brain cells. I'm tempted to do similar to my Praxis so the light doesn't bleed through the plate as much. Do it! It's tape. Tape is king. Alright. Okay, let's run a little tribe. Go into a little tribe. Let's get a little tribe going. How about this? Here's the order. I'm just prefacing the order right now. Big hype on the. Oh shit, Klaus! Congrats. The bias. Let's see the bias. That's the TKL, right? Is that this one? Wait. What? I see. Bias. Don't you dare do specials with that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Am I looking at the right bias? How many biases are there? Very cool. Ooh, I like this render. Super red. Is this a render or is this a photo? Okay, so here's the order. Alright, I just typed it into chat here. Okay, and if anyone's interested in joining, there you go. Feel free to hop on in, everybody. Ah, Tempest. It's you. Alrighty. Oh, shit. Snoozerton redeemed for Walkie, and I never actually played it.
Walkie slush.
There it is. Alright. Guys, ready up. Join in if you want to. Ready up if you so please. The first and one of two normal tests. The quotes I think is kind of normal. Klaus is so good. Alright. Ready to lose? Alright, we'll start it in 5. Okay, here we go. Whoa, my god, that was hot. What the hell? Why was I so hot? Like, way better than my tests. I am still not 100% with Alice. It's because I covered the middle silvery bit. I think it was. I think that was it. Oh, Frank! Frank, welcome. Frank, we just finished number 1, so we're gonna move on to number 2, which is quote. And then after that is where it gets weird. Showing off my 60. Hey, 60 is all you need. Alright, we're gonna do a long, yeah, thick boy quote. So ready up, everybody. Join in, if anybody wants to join in. We're probably gonna start the quote right now, but you guys can join in. If you so please, for the weird ones. Oh god. Oh my god. I beat Frank on accuracy. Woo. Gotta be accurate. I swear to God, if Monkey Type doesn't have archers, I am the bone of my blade quote. I'm gonna be angry, yes. Angie, yes, Angie, not angry. Angie. How do you choose? How do you choose quotes? Wait, how? Our accuracy is the same? I went back and backspaced. So like, I made sure that I finished with no errors. Destiny 2. I see, yeah. So like my percentage looks pretty poor for sure. But like just the full accuracy that I'm referring to is the fact that my WPM is the same as my raw. I read that all in Clovis Bray's voice. The funny thing is I have no idea who Clovis Bray is because I've never played Destiny. I really need to, you know, I need to play, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I need to play more shooters. It's just true. I was really into Borderlands. I was playing Borderlands with Ada when we kind of first met, and we went through all of Borderlands 3, including the DLC. And I'm just realizing how much I really enjoy shooters, but I need to play them. The problem is I just need to. So, but another thing too is like we spent all this time building these really wild PCs, but I need a clean mine. I feel like I don't know what the shape it's in right now. But I need to clean it. I also am still on the Ryzen 3000 series, so I'm just like, I knew that there were some deals for the 5000, but I didn't get in on them for Black Friday. Anyways, guys, feel free to ready up. Frank, if you're interested in doing some English 450k. 450k. Alrighty, let's get it. Woo! Yeah! Oh, Frank did it. He went back. Type test crashed for me. Ryzen 5800X for under 350 isn't bad though. It is very much not bad. Very, very much not bad. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I still kind of just want to wait around, especially since I'm not super actively gaming crazy hard right now on my PC. Here you go for anyone who still wants to join. I kind of want to see what a 59 would cost. I feel like there was a point where a 59 was on sale too, right? 5900X. Destiny is the only game I play. Is it even worth upgrading? Probably not. Have a good one that I can OC to 5.4 or 1.2. Alright. We have to do this waiting sometimes. We gotta find a way to get by this. Alright. Let's go. It's time for some 58,008. Alright, we ready? Everyone looks like they're ready. So we'll do it starting now. Let's go. Let's go. Oh god. I feel like this is not fully actuating. Maybe it's has something to do with the softness. Maybe I think I'm getting it to a point where it would actuate, but it's like not. Well, my one is kind of not right. I think I might have to fix my one key. Yeah, my one key is chattering. It's bro, it's chattering. Oh! Wait, what the fuck is this? Time to bust out the numpad. Not doing this one in Alice. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, there's something. I got a problem with my one key for sure. Too much gaffer's tape. For real. No lie. Seems okay now, but there just still seems, it feels, I don't know if I'm just making it up, but it feels like there's something off about it. You guys look at my search history. So I might fix that off stream at some point. Damn, bummer. All right. Okay, guys, now's the time. Ready up, everybody. Join on in. Losing raise my one key is chattering, wins race seems like it's fixed now. I still feel like there's something that feels not right. But it's weird because I'm trying it out and I'm not sure if it's because I'm hitting it hard. It does feel like there's something weird about it. We'll get it next time around. All right. Specials. Everybody join up for specials. Tempest, I think Tempest dropped. Tempest probably not gonna choose not to do this. Here we go, guys. Specials. Let's go. Oh no. Oh god. Damn, my internet is dead. Oh god, where is it? Frank just left. Huh, it's a happy face. Whew. Yeah! I did it! I did it, guys! Oh my god. Can you make it? 34 seconds? Nah, dude, I give up. Oh. Alright, guys. I think that just about does it. Let's see. Let's take a look and see who's online right now. Jim and Tim are both on. Who else we got? Anybody else see? Ooh, I see someone working on a 60%. This person's a partner streamer, but I don't think I've seen this person before. Oh, that's interesting. 188-1307. Welcome. We just wrapped up here. This is the board we built. Checking on who we can sort of send our people to. Holy shit, it's a nice looking keyboard. Yeah, it's a Blade60, and we did it in Alps. We still retain some HHKB-ness by blocking out the corners on the plate. But yeah, I think this looks-wise, this turned out a lot better than I depicted in my head, to be honest. So, pretty happy. Alright, I think I'm gonna go raid Tim. I feel like it's been a while since I've Did I miss out on time? You missed the whole thing. I guess we could do a little short one. Little baby test. We'll do a little 30-second test, and then we're gonna go raid Tim. Let's do this. Oh, wait a second. Let's get this a little closer. Wait, hold up. I realized this whole time we were doing this test, I have this fan on behind me. Alright, here we go. So nice. Ah. I think it's all right. It was a fun board to build. We got through it after some time here, but it's all good. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here tonight. Stick around for the raid, and for anyone who hasn't already joined it, hit up that Discord, notifications when I go live, as well as all kinds of other crazy discussions. Alrighty, guys. Probably be back early next week. I'm gonna guess maybe Monday. We'll see how it goes. Until then, good night from San Francisco. We're gonna be rating Tim. Peace.